Hey, everybody, welcome to the Ronline Report. We're just days away from the 2020 Olympia weekend. Joining us now is a two-time Classic Physique Olympia champion. Let's not forget he was the first Arnold Classic Physique champion also, joined by his coach, mentor, Chris Cormier. Please welcome Breon, the Black Swan, Ansley. Hey, Breon.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? What's up, Ron? Thanks for having myself and Chris.
What's up?
Ready to rock.
Yeah, I apologize, guys. They can barely hear me. So if I sound super loud this time, that's why. But we need the champ to hear my questions.
I guess at least they get to get like our mugs up and close and personal, I guess, then, right? My diet face.
Yeah, I was going to say that is a diet face. The creases, the hollows. That is a body stripped of body fat, devoid of fat. And do you feel like you could step on stage right now? You're that lean?
Oh, now, yeah, I'm ready to go. I can step on stage now, but now it's a weight thing. I'm still about 3-4 pounds overweight. So still have a little bit of ways to go, but still right there.
Okay. So you are in San Diego with Chris as a training camp situation. How many weeks out from the Olympia did you get down there and start this training camp?
How many weeks out did I get down here, Chris? About 6?
Yeah, about 6 weeks.
Yeah, about 6 weeks.
Yeah. Okay. So explain to people why you would do that. What are the benefits of leaving your home up in the LA area, going down there and focusing 100% on your prep with, nobody, no family, no friends around you, nothing, just Chris Cormier, the real deal?
Yeah, that's exactly what it's for. Just to focus and just to gotta get and just to intensify everything from training to posing, to just the mindset. And, Chris is really good at bringing that to the table. And that's why I go off and get away from the home and get like in Camp Cormier.
Yeah. So that way you're alleviating all the different stresses of everyday life, looking at bills on the table, anything that'll keep you away from like, okay, this is all about this show, all about me being my best I could be.
Yeah, I'm not looking at any bills on the table.
No.
You might be looking at Chris's bills on his table. I don't know. But, tell people, I know it's been a while now. How did you first connect with Chris? How did you guys start working together originally?
When I first connected with Chris?
Yeah, how did that happen?
Yeah, when I first connected with Chris was at Gold's Venice. I just saw him, knew who he was, and asked him for help. Asked him to help watch me pose, and he took me through some exercises to help me with something, and then he saw something in me that can grow and can build from there.
Yeah, so when we started posing, like that was supposed to be the only thing we were going to do, but then I started seeing, I said, oh man, this kid have some very good potential, and I was like, okay, but you do have a few things I would suggest him work on, starting now. So I said, after the posing session, I said, hey, follow me downstairs real quick. I want to show you something. And then they said, okay, work on this exercise, and, implement this exercise in your everyday program. And then, I think he liked the way it felt. And then he was like, I'm going to hit you up after this show. So after the show, we just took off from there. And he won that show. That's the one down in Florida, was it?
Yeah, the first my first pro show.
First classic pro show.
Yeah. I don't even know if they have that show anymore. The Prestige Crystal Club.
Wow. So what was that? 2017?
16.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was that first one.
Okay. Have you been working with Chris since after that? This whole time? Over 5 years?
Yeah. Wow. Ever since then. I won the show. It was Durham Charles got second and Terrence Ruffin got third.
Wow. Geez, Terrence must have been like 12 years old.
Yeah, he was about that. He's about that. And about 112 pounds. Same as me. I wasn't too much higher. I was about 132, 142, something like that. Very light.
You were a 212 pro, Breon. You weren't that small. Come on. So yes, explain to people how it works, because correct me if I'm wrong, a guy named Brandon Gertis, he handles your nutrition, and Chris pretty much handles every other aspect of the prep. Is that right? Yeah. Okay.
That's how we do it. I was kind of with Brandon the same time. And there's a combination of Brandon and Chris, it's been great,
Yeah.
So we haven't bulged it, haven't nudged it and haven't bothered it.
Okay. So last year you spent part of the prep in Kuwait, correct?
In Kuwait, we were in, that was 2018.
Oh, geez. That was 2018?
Yeah.
You haven't been there
That was
since?
3 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, I'm 3 years behind. That's the last time you were in Kuwait? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
A little minute.
Well, explain, you must have liked it. Was there ever talk about going back there to prep again, or maybe do some off-season training there?
There was some talk. Was there ever talk about going back there, doing some all-season training there?
Yeah. Actually, I talked to Bader last week even, and he's got an open invitation to go back, and he would like to have us back out there. Yeah, it was a hot ticket in town. We were out there. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun out there.
Yeah. So let's start talking about the show. So Breon, you won the show. You won the title 2 years in a row. Then Bumstead won. Then he won again. And you went from second place and last year third place with Terrence. So now it's a real fight. Now it's a situation where you got to battle your way up 2 spots to get the title back. You must be so fired up. What have been your main priorities? I know your physique, you had a lot of things you wanted to tweak and make even better because you're a perfectionist. So what have you been up to this past? It isn't even a year since the last Olympia. It's only been 9 months. So give me a breakdown of what you've been up to that whole time, what the focus has been.
What the focus has been about since last year.
Well, I thought, because that if you think about it, he was super heavy that, before that prep, he was, you probably saw him on the ground, but he was looking like a fullback. Like he got put on some weight. And so it was a long drop for him. How many pounds did you have to drop?
I almost got up to 230, so almost 50 pounds. So peeling that down, we thought we had the look from the hotel, but we go up on the stage, it may be a different look than what people might see. And so, so looking at last year, I was thinking, okay, we got to make some adjustments. We got to keep a tighter lid on the diet year round for him to make that weight properly. And even when we were out there, he was still like, a little heavier than what we would like him to be. So it was still, stressful at that last moment, getting ready, but he made it. He's a champion, and he's been a champion many times over. So he knows what it's like to handle pressure. And but it was some things that need to be cleaned up, some part of the glutes and stuff, which, we improved. Lower back, we paid closer attention to different little areas that we wanted him to make better. And, we cleaned up some stuff with the posing also. But, he's been built up. I've been building him up for years. So it's not like I need to add a clear muscle area, but I had to, just a lot of refining and polishing, just like shit like that, Sandpaper.
Yeah, a little sandpaper, a little finer grade of sandpaper.
Because that weight cap has not moved your weight cap moved up, like you guys got 5 pounds, another 5 pounds, and it hasn't moved in like 3 years, 4 years now, right? Your weights?
Yeah, it's stationary. It's
somebody's calling him.
And I got a call real quick.
It's okay. So
okay.
Yeah.
Back.
So
no, it hasn't moved. It's been stationary, man. 180 is what it's been for the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly you've been getting bigger. You've been adding new muscle tissue every season. So, I know your conditioning everyone's conditioning could probably always be better, but that's the thing where you say you're getting bigger, but you still have to get down to 180. So, everyone's always bugging the crap out of you. When are you going to move up to 212? Because it's got to be grueling getting down 180 pounds. Your body must be saying, no, Breon, no.
Well, it's I want to hit it. I needed to hit it 1000% before I even thought of moving up in up in weight and moving up another division. And that's what we will do this year, hit it 1000%. And then once we put myself, in the best position possible to get the title back, then we'll see about taking on new challenges like that.
Sure. So, in your videos on your channel, it's just called Breon Ansley on YouTube. you talk about you've stayed a little lighter, so you don't go up to 230 anymore. What did you cap your weight off in the off season so you wouldn't have to lose 50 pounds again?
Yeah, I didn't go much higher than 205
Oh, wow.
this time.
Good for you.
I was around 200, no higher than 205. And so the first, I was able to get down to 190. As soon as I started dieting, for real, when prep really started, I was almost at 190 very quickly. It really happened quickly.
Yeah. But did you have a situation where you've been growing during prep, was there any point in the prep where you were adding weight, you were getting heavier just because of new muscle tissue?
Say it one more time, Ron.
Yeah. Was there any part in this prep when your weight was going up because you might've been adding new muscle again?
Oh yeah. Is still a challenge because, you're adding new muscle tissue and the weight gets a little stagnant. Sometimes it might climb a little bit. So you got to just keep pounding the cardio, keep pounding the burning. And because, there's added tissue, especially during this time when you're well rested, when you're training with Chris and all that, you put, the type of training we're doing, you're definitely putting on some muscle. So that's been a struggle, it's because I've been in the 180s for a minute now for almost 9 weeks in the 180s. But it trickles down very, 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 very still with good amount of cardio. I'm almost doing 2 hours, maybe even more than 2 hours of cardio a day.
Wow.
And the weight just, sometimes it doesn't move, the scale doesn't move drastically. It just trickles and trickles and trickles. So, but as long as it's trickling, we're good. And as long as we're where we are now, we're in a good place to keep it stress-free.
Yeah. Talk to us a little bit about training with The Real Deal. Cause your channel, Breon Ansley on YouTube, you put a lot of training content up and you clearly have a great handle on your own training. How is it different training with Chris when he trains you versus training on your own?
How is it different training with Chris than when I'm training?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, it's quite different. I mean, like I said, the intensity is quite different. I don't have that, you can't simulate that when it's game time in the off season. The details that we work on with the posing is quite different. I'm not posing like that in the off season. The other day we did 11 rounds of posing, which was tough, but that's it's going to have me unfazed when it's time for game time and when I get on stage and when they want to really want to compare us, which I'm expecting them to. Yeah. So yeah, just the intensity, just a little bit more of a focus, rest periods a lot lower, and really putting that pedal to the metal and putting it in sixth gear, if you will.
Yeah. We've had a lot of new winners this year in Classic Physique, guys that never won shows before, some guys I never even heard of before. And it seems like yours is the only division where if you win a show, you're automatically in the conversation for top 5 at the Olympia, like immediately, not realizing there's going to be like 20, 30 of you guys up there. But, do you sort of smile and laugh when somebody who's brand new on the scene just wins one show and they're already talking about this guy's going to push Chris Bumstead for the title?
I do. I laugh at it. I get a kick out of it because everybody's waiting. It does seem like that in our division. They're just ready for a new champion. They're ready for whoever is new on the scene and wins a show, or maybe even doesn't even win a show, gets second or third, and then ready to be top 5 at Olympia, ready to battle for the crown and ready to battle for the championship, at Olympia. So I get a kick out of that. They kind of, think that it's maybe a lot easier going to win a title and be at the top very fast. But, they're quite mistaken as far as that is concerned. And as far as that is concerned, a lot of people who have been there for years, like myself, have a whole different thing to say about that.
So another thing was, when Chris started winning, and especially when Chris won the second time, people were saying, well, this is the new ideal. They want guys who are 6 feet tall, shoulders this wide, big structures, but we've been seeing plenty of other guys doing well. I mean, Terrence took second to him, and he's not 6 feet tall, obviously. I think Terrence is shorter than you, isn't he?
Yeah, Terrence is shorter than me.
He just won the Arnold Classic, for God's sake. But, you know, the minute Robert Timms won that Texas Pro, a lot of people, and he's a great champion, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people said, he's going to beat Bumstead. This guy's going to be the new Mr. Olympia. It was like immediate. It was all over social media. So you had to have a chuckle at that because, you know, it's not that easy to beat the champion.
You know, I got a kick out of that. I talked to Robert. He's a good guy. And I just told him, man, come, you know, he has a great physique and it's very strong physique. And I told him, let's just put on a great show, man. Let's see what happens. Let's just put on a great show. But everybody's saying that he's going to beat Bumstead and all this is quite funny, quite interesting. But I do think he'll be up there. That's for sure. His physique is that strong.
Yeah. I mean, if you had to guess, let's have you and Chris in the top 2 with no particular order. Let's say, because I don't want to bum Chris out, but what do you think is a very, very possible top 5 or even just a first call out? Who do you see in the first call out with you and Chris? Obviously, I guess Terrence has to be there. So who else has a chance of being in that first call out with you guys?
I think it's going to be about the same as last year, you know. It's going to be about the same. And then with like I said, I like Robert's physique. He could creep in there for sure because he's that strong, but pretty much the same as last year.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, that was a strong 5 already.
Yeah. So you guys are all improving. You look better. Chris looks better. Terrence looks better. What do you need? What do you need to have in terms of improvements to get your title back? I know you want that title back.
Oh yes. Work too hard not to get it back. But I think for me, it's going to be about a density look, a detailed refinement look, because we all have muscle up there. We all carry the muscle. We all have the shape. For me, it's going to be the conditioning, the detail, the refinement, and the density. It's going to set me apart like it has been. And I think that will be enough to get another win.
Yeah, because, you know, we talk about muscle maturity and that seasoned look. When you turned pro years ago, you didn't really have much of that going on because you were a younger guy. Do you see a lot more of that refinement and detail in your physique now than you did when did you turn pro, like 2013 or 2014?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. With the type of training and with the intensity, yeah, that look has really shined through and really come through and really been, you know, what I bring to the table. It's been like a wow factor for me with the help of Chris, of course. And I think that's the look that not too many have and not too many possess. And that's why we are focused on that look.
Yeah. You talked about improving your posing. You know, pretty much every interview you've done since last year, you talked about that was a goal of yours. You're a damn good poser already. So in what aspects did your posing, where was there room for improvement? Because I have a hard time figuring out how you can get any better than you already were.
Just in certain poses to really stand out and to really accentuate what we're trying to show and showcase and what the body is looking like, and just adjusting some things.
Yeah, and I think you have a lot more streamlined physique this time over last year, and also and I think that, you know, because you got taller guys, shorter guys, it's got to be judged as a classic division, not as an open division, not like just the biggest guy up there. It's got to be the best, well-rounded physique or competitor in the class, from the posing, from the detailed body of work that you're presenting, you know, where you present yourself. All that's got to come into play. It's not just a taller or a bigger person, because we can get some bigger and bigger and bigger people up there. That don't mean it's a classic shape or size. I think Breon put in a lot of work this year, especially staying on the diet, staying disciplined throughout the whole year. I think that's going to showcase, you know, what he's all about this year.
Yeah. You know, Breon, you've said you've never been 100% on stage. You know, it's always been, you always felt that you weren't quite where you wanted to be. So I assume you've been learning things about your body every prep. Do you feel like you're at a point now where this Olympia coming up in a few days, you're going to nail it 100%. You've figured out anything that might have made you a little flat. I don't think you've ever spilled over. I don't think I've ever seen you watery. With you, I've just seen you like flat a couple times, just enough. Because I know your physique. I've seen you so many times. I know what you look like when you're perfectly filled out and when you're not. So how do you nail this 100% this time?
Absolutely. This is the year. This is the year of that I will be 100%, 1,000%, and looking forward to it and really excited about it. And really just want another title. I think this is we're good enough to get another title this year. So I just can't wait to showcase.
Cool. Final question. How long has it been since you've had a big stack of pancakes?
How long has it been since I've had a big stack of pancakes? Yeah. Well, I've had a refeed actually, but it wasn't a big stack.
Okay.
So, but it's been about a few weeks since I've had a little stack of pancakes. A big stack, oh man, it's been since before prep, maybe 18, 19 weeks ago. A big stack is coming, though. A big celebratory stack is coming.
Okay. So at the Meet the Olympians, which is Thursday night, will you be having merchandise at your booth? In particular, will you have any Earn Your Pancakes shirts or hats?
Yeah, I will. I have some shirts. They won't be Earn Your Pancake shirts, but there will be some merch there. I have some shirts there, some special little Olympia edition shirts that I'm excited to present and excited for the fans to have fun with me with.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, clearly I'm hung up on pancakes, but I'll let you go. You're exhausted, as you should be at this time. If anybody's like bursting with energy now, I'd be very, very concerned about them and how they look, how they're going to look. Right. This is not the time to be feeling like
not the time to be the bounciest.
So Breon, I wish you the very best of luck with this prep. I love comebacks. I love rooting for underdogs. I'd love to see you get that title back. The only other Olympian that's lost the title and got it back so far was Jay Cutler in 2009. You could be the next one in a few days here. Let's see what happens in Orlando. So
there's nothing like that comeback, that comeback win and that comeback story. Those are the sweetest too.
Yeah. I mean, all the Rocky movies where he got his ass beat and then he came back and got his title back. Come on. Those are like the best Rocky movies.
Hell yeah. No, who doesn't love that, man? The comeback story. Yeah. Who doesn't love that? I love Rocky. So I'll mimic hopefully I can mimic my story after that.
Right on. All right. Well, everybody, you can see him on stage next Friday and Saturday, or is it 2 days for you?
We're just Saturday.
Oh, just Saturday. Okay. So next Saturday.
Yes.
Saturday in Orlando. Check it out. We're going to have full coverage on this YouTube channel and on musculardevelopment.com. We'll be doing a play-by-play thread all weekend on the Noble Forum. And you can see Breon Ansley, 2-time Classic Physique Olympia champion, going for 3, getting his title back and making it 3. And along with his coach here, Chris Cormier, I'm sure Chris will be there screaming his head off in the front row. Yeah. Chris always gets the best seats. He's always like in front of me.
As he should be. The best seats in the house.
Yeah, well, he's a Hall of Famer. It's only fair. So, all right. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you taking the time. We'll see you in Orlando. And that's it. Everybody, thanks for watching. This has been Ronline Report with the Black Swan, Breon Ansley. See you next time.
Thank you, Ron. See you guys. Love y'all.